the FA are set to announce Thomas Tuchel has agreed a new contract to stay on as England manager until 2028. This is what Tuchel told Adrian Durham and Stuart Pearce last June when asked about staying on beyond the summer.
If you ask me today, yes. Yes, because I like I said, I feel that I'm in the right place. I enjoy to be where I am at the moment. I love the new challenge. I wanted a new challenge. I wanted a new environment. I feel the support. I feel the trust and the respect of the people in the federation. I love the group of players. I want to push them, and it just feels right. So yeah, clear yes from my side until today.
I'm going to be positive here, Gabby. Does it prove that Tuchel is fully committed and shutting up the doubters who say he isn't? Or do you think the FA have jumped the gun a bit here?
I think if you look at it from Thomas Tuchel's, say his agent, for instance, Alan, they might have gone to the FA and says, listen, there's so many jobs that could be available. You need to, extend this contract because the uncertainty coming into the summer, he might say, well, I want to sign for... Say Manchester United as an example, and I can join them right after the World Cup for pre-season. Now you shut out all that. There's no distractions and there's no clubs coming in for him because he signed an extension. But from our point of view, and my point of view especially as an England fan, is are we rewarding someone too early again? You know, if he doesn't get us to win the World Cup or very close, not quarterfinals like Crocky thinks, very close in a final, and maybe you're unlucky in a final, then you didn't do your job. You were brought in as a foreign manager, as some people questioned, and you haven't done your job. So we look somewhere else. Do we look at Eddie Howe in the summer as an option?
It's interesting. Crookie was talking about, is this a real good, positive chance for England to make a semi-final? I doubt in his voice he doesn't believe that. And then he mentioned the weather. It's going to be really hot. That's totally... I don't want to hear excuses like this.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't think you'll hear those excuses from France. Do you, Al?
Well, you know...
I don't think you will.
No, and northern France is no real different to the weather that in the south of England's got.
The problem I've got is that, yes, the conditions will be hot. Okay, then. The World Cup afterwards, 2030, Morocco, Portugal and Spain. In June, July, same problem.
Hot, yeah.
Hot. Okay, then. So we have to wait for 2034, where it's in Saudi Arabia, and maybe it's a winter World Cup like Qatar, where they can air condition the stadiums. Is that our next chance of winning the World Cup then?
Yeah.
Come on,
right.
do me a favour.
Okay, 03717223344. Let's go to the phone lines, can we? Have the FA made the right decision here? Benny is a Sunderland and England fan, and Benny wants to say, Benny, morning. Welcome, Benny.
Morning, Benny.
Good morning, chaps. How are you? Excellent
Good.
show.
Benny,
Excellent show. Listening on the way to the school drop has been fantastic.
oh, lovely. Benny,
Thank you,
what do you make of this? You know, I'm
Listen, I'm a big England fan. I follow home and away.
yeah.
Good.
Listen, I'm very happy the FA have now put their faith into somebody, and now we can look forward, exactly what Gabby said, and now focus on actually the World Cup and bringing the right players through. Listen, ultimately, we need to remember Thomas Tuchel has played 8 competitive matches and won 8 competitive matches, and no one can beat around the bush with that. And the point is, he's a good tactician, and with the right players and picking the right players on form, I think we've got a very good chance. And it's more about the consistency now. Now we know we've got our manager. Now we've got a plan of action. Now we've just got to push forward.
Well, Benny, what do you think of like Alex Crook? What he said earlier on. I don't know if you're listening about quarterfinal maybe or semi-final because of the weather, because of the climate. It will suit Brazil. It will suit Argentina. It's excuses already, isn't it?
Of course it is. But the point is now we've got world-class players now in our squad. There should be no excuses anymore to talk about the weather, this, that. We've got international players that are playing all around the world now these days. The excuses of, it's too hot, too cold. I understand about the climatisation. The only issue I think is obviously the Premier League is brutal, and they're playing lots of games, and obviously we don't have the Christmas break. But still from there, we've got a very, very strong squad. I think the best squad I think we've ever had in a very, very long time. And there's no reason why now we've got a consistent manager that signed a contract now. and the right players, we can't move forward. Obviously, I think America's going to be a great tournament. It's going to be very hard for a lot of the fans to travel around. That's really kind of the only kind of minus, because it's sort of traveling around from different states and different cities. And obviously the pricing as well is another kind of conversation to have. But listen, they've got my full backing. I'm going to be out in America, and I want to support. But I think it's a great appointment now to show consistency. That's the word, isn't it, really, now, chaps?
Okay, Benny, enjoy.
Great call,
I've got the lines again. And Dan, Dan's a West Ham United fan. Dan, welcome.
Morning,
Dan.
Great to be on.
Pleasure.
It's Stan, by the way. Stan, apologies.
sorry, Stan.
Sorry, Stan.
Good morning, Stan.
All good. Just wanted to say I'm completely opposed to this. I think if this was a normal job in an office and you had an employee who'd been there 12 months, made a few coffees, printed off a few forms, would you give him a contract extension and potentially give him a pay rise? I don't think so. It's exactly the same. Tuchel's only beaten tin pot countries, right? And let's judge him by the World Cup.
I can't not agree. The games that we played in the qualifiers, we should be winning comfortably. Let's judge him after the World Cup and say, okay, if you don't get very, very, very close to winning it, I'm not talking quarterfinals, I'm talking a final, and unlucky if you don't win it in a final, maybe. But
you can't go in a tournament talking about the weather.
I know you can't, can you? What do you think, mate, Stan, about the weather issue?
Yeah. Well, I think that's a poor excuse. Granted, it's going to be difficult for a lot of countries over there weather-wise, but it shouldn't be a talking point, really.
Yeah.
Spot on,
okay,
mate.
Stan, thank you. Stan,
Stan.
a West Ham fan, struggling there as a Tottenham, and Danny's a Tottenham fan. Danny, a very good morning.
Good morning, Danny.
Morning, Alan. Morning, Gabby. Just a point on World Cup winners. If you look back till the start of the World Cup, only one European team has won.
Germany.
Yeah, Germany.
Exactly. So to say it's not an excuse, it really is an excuse, because history tells you it's really, really difficult to do it.
But Germany have done it.
One winner out of how many World Cups?
They've still done it, though, haven't they?
1 out of 20. So that's 5%, Gabby. No?
Okay then. So the next World Cup in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco, is that too hot, or is that okay?
No, because that's in Europe. And,
okay.
And traditionally,
okay, let's wait for that World Cup then.
European teams win in Europe.
Okay, let's wait for that World Cup then. All right, no problem.
Danny, just a quick one, Dan, on Tottenham. What's going to happen?
Well, who knows? So I actually live in Ipswich, and I'd like to see him go for Kieran McKenna, because he, young coach, knows decent football, knows Tottenham, coached at Man United. I just think they should go for him and just give him free rein.
Yeah, well, that could happen, Dan. That could happen. He is bright. Everyone I talk to at the football club rate him so highly, and he conducts himself brilliantly, so you might be right, mate.